Merry Christmas, Spice Fam! Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. Yes, I did say Merry Christmas because we are roughly 2 months away and we are officially starting our Christmas videos today. In today's video, I will be showing you how I make Swedish tea ring, which is the perfect pastry for your Christmas or to add to your Christmas breakfast menu. So if you're interested, keep watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, put on your post notification bell so you don't miss each time we do an upload. Also, don't forget that if you do try any of our recipes, so please send it to us so that we can post it on our social media in appreciation. Let's go. To make this delicious Swedish tea ring pastry, here we have some yeast, margarine or butter can be used, egg yolk, and we are going to be using half of that, some regular flour, white sugar, and some salt. We will be needing some water, vanilla extract, and also we will be needing milk as well, but I did forget to show you in this clip. So here we are just going to add all the dry ingredients together with the exception of the sugar, and we're just going to whisk that together until it's well combined and set that aside until we are ready to use it. So here it is, set that aside, and let's move on. So we are not going to put our burner on the lowest heat you can find, and we are going to warm up our milk and the butter and so forth. So I'm just going to add in the milk. As I said, I forgot to show it in the first clip, and this is it here. I'm adding in the margarine, and I'm just going to move that around until it is melted almost. And next we are going in with the sugar. Add that in and mix it really well until it's well dissolved. Comment below and let me know if you'd have made that before. I actually really like it. It's nice and nutty. And next I'm adding in the egg yolk, and we're adding in half as I mentioned before. And you just want to give that a good mix until it's well combined. Next I'm going in with the water. And I will leave a link in the description box below with the ingredients and the measurements. Next I went in with the vanilla extract. And we're going to mix that really well for a couple seconds or so, and then we are going to remove it from the heat. I did turn off the heat, and next I am going to pour that into a bowl to allow it to cool until it becomes warm before using. So here is the wet mixture, it's all ready, and here's my dry mixture. So I'm just simply making a well in the middle, and I'm just adding in the wet ingredients a little at a time and just mixing that around. And of course I will transition to my hands. I'm just going to knead that until it forms into a rough dough, and next I will show you the next step. So just as we are kneading this dough, guys, Christmas is almost here, like just a couple months away. So once I would have formed the dough into a rough ball, or rough dough, sorry, the flour into a rough dough, let me see. I'm just going to place it onto a floured countertop, and then I'm going to mix it until it's nice and smooth, about 3 minutes, just as you see here. So next I'm just going to lightly grease the bowl that I did have the dough in, and I'm just going to place it back in there. Excuse me, my voice just, I'm not sure what's happening this morning. And then we're going to allow it to rest for roughly 1 hour. So while that is happening, we are going to move on to the filling. So here I have some melted butter. I have here some walnuts, which I did patch and cut into smaller pieces, cinnamon, and a bit of nutmeg. The nutmeg is optional. Here I have some brown sugar, and then I have some dried pineapple, some dried cranberry, pawpaw. I also have here some raisins as well as some dried mango. And we will be adding in some vanilla extract. To a large bowl, we are just going to go ahead and add in all of the dried fruits and the nuts. Now this is optional. I use these what I had in hand, but any fruits or dried fruits or nuts, even nuts, can be used, as I've mentioned, like cashew, almond nuts, whichever is the preference. So once I add in the ingredients together, I mix them really well, and next I went in with the vanilla extract as well as the melted butter, and I am just going to mix that up really well until everything is well combined. As you see here, it is wet, but it's not very sticky wet. Yeah, so this is what it looks like up close, and we are going to set that aside and check on our dough. here is what our dough looks like after roughly an hour. So next we are going to roll that out. Again, on a flat countertop, I just added the dough. I'm just using my fingertips basically to press it down. And we are going to add some flour to the rolling pin, and we are going to roll out that dough into a rectangular shape. So you want a rectangular shape here because we have to form the T-ring or the ring. All right. So I'm just going to roll it out really well into that rectangular shape, as you see me doing here. So don't forget to comment below, let us know if you would have made this before. If you would have, let me know what you did differently. So I'm just going to continue to roll out the dough until I get the shape I'm looking for. And this is what it looks like. It's not exactly perfect, but we will work with that. So if there's any excess flour on your dough, just simply take a brush and brush it off. And this is optional as well. I just had some melted butter. I'm just going to pass it all over the dough. And once that is done, it's next to add in our fruit and nut mixture. Y'all, this had my kitchen smelling really amazing. So we are going to do very thin layers onto your dough. You don't want to pack it up too much, so much so that it bursts through the dough. So that's why I'm doing my best to ensure that I spread it out around the dough, not too close to the edge, but close enough to have it in every part of the dough once you cut through. So next, what we are going to do is to tightly roll up the dough from one end to the other, as you see me doing here. So once that has been done, I've just stretched the last part of it a little bit just so I have enough to place some melted butter to seal up the dough. So water can be used as well, but because I have the extra melted butter, I decided to use it. So let me turn around the dough so that you can see what I am doing. So this is basically the edge of the T-ring, and I am just going to go ahead and paste it all around that edge so it's nicely sealed. And I was so happy that when it did finish cooking, it was actually sealed properly. It did not let go or anything. So what I like to do once I roll that up, I sometimes pinch it, but I also like to gently just roll it around a bit just to ensure that it sticks to the dough and it does not escape. So this here is the tricky part. No, I should have rolled out my dough a little bit more just to get some more dough so I can easily shape the T-ring or the ring, but that's okay. We will work with what I have. So my hole, or the hole in the middle, ended up being a little bit smaller than I wanted it to be. So you want to pay attention to that. So here I am just going to tuck one end of the dough into the other. So I just gently squeeze the one end and I'm going to shove that into the other end, and we are going to tuck that in. Just as you see me doing here, we're going to squeeze it in, and also we will be using a bit of water to help seal that in really well, because we want to make sure that none of the juices, all the goodness escape. And another thing you want to be sure when you're doing the filling is that you don't have too much liquid in there. It could run out. All right, so here I'm just squeezing and making sure that it stays really well, making sure that I tuck it in properly so that when it does raise and bake, it doesn't have an issue. So here is our dough. This is what it looking like, sorry, so far. And I'm just going to take my knife and do about an inch or so in terms of the cut or the incision here. As you see me doing, it's not very big, but it's good enough so that I can cut it when it's nicely cooled and everything like that. So here I'm just making sure that it's well sealed, and then we are going to allow it to rest for roughly 30 minutes. So I'm just giving a little close-up look. So we are going to allow it to rest for that 30 minutes, and after the 30 minutes, this is what it looks like. We are next going to add some egg wash to it, or milk. Yeah, so we're going to egg wash it, and then we are next going to place it into our oven to bake for roughly 30 to 35 minutes. And of course, that depends on the stove that you are using. Once it was done, I removed it, and look how nice and golden brown it looks like. And as you see in the middle, there is a small hole. The hole has gotten smaller because the dough has expanded, and this is exactly what I was talking about. I wish I had rolled it out a little bit more so I had a bit more defined whole. But anyway, that's good. So this is what our pastry looked like. I allowed it to cool completely, and next we are going to cut into it so that you can see what the tea ring looks like on the inside. And this is actually perfect for your Christmas menu breakfast, that is, and of course holiday season. So this is what the inside looks like. You can see all the goodness in there, the bits and pieces of the fruits and the nuts. And yeah, I absolutely love it. Also, you can do a little quick icing glaze to go over it and add some cherries if that's a thing, if you want to do that, just for the extra flair for decorative purposes. But I really do hope you'd have enjoyed our very first Christmas video. Don't forget to comment below, let us know what you think. We always look forward to your comments. So until the next time, we will see you. Bye bye.